Okay. So last class we have done this conditional one. So we'll see for loop. So I'll create another program file over here for loop concept. Okay. So I'll create a main method first. Anything we are writing any code, it should be inside the main method. Public static void main print type arguments. Okay. So loops in Java. So what is loops in Java? First we'll see, then we'll go about that. Okay, fine. So like what happens, like sometimes we in programs or in real time projects we need like for the number iterations. Okay, iteration in sense the same things we are repeating. Okay, and we want it in a to print. Let us say I want to print, let us say I want to print 1 to 10, okay, in my console. So what I will do for that in console, for whatever you learned till now, to print any statement, you need a print statement, right? To print anything in the console, you need a print statement. So for that, we are using that system.out.println, right? So we'll use like the system.println 1. So it will print 1 first. Then again, what we need? Again to print 2, what we will do? System.out.println 2. Like this, you will do till 10. Okay, so 10 lines you are creating over here to print 1 to 10. Whatever I want to print 1 to 1000. So are you going to create 1000 lines? It's the waste of time, waste of energy, and waste of lines, that memories as well, right? So we are not going to do like that. So for that, we have a logic. So for that, what we are using? We are using for. Okay, in for loop, within a one single line of code, we will uses logic and it will print 1 to 10. So that's what the use of loops actually. So we can use this multiple lines into one line and we use the logic over there and we can print 1 to 10. Okay. So that is why the print, so whenever you are using, whenever you have like, you feel like there is iterations in your project or in your code where there are multiple times the same thing is we need to use or you need to get means in the output, we need it in output, then you need to use the for loop over there. Okay, for that we use for loop. So I'll show you like how to use. So for loop is when it is used when we have fixed number of iterations. Okay, when we have fixed number of iterations, there we need to use for loop. So how for loop is used? The what is the syntax for that? How it is used? So syntax is, so you have to write for, then within a bracket, inside that, okay. So let us say how many times you want the iteration. Let us say I want the iteration for 10 times because I want to print 1 to 10. So my initial number is 1 and my last number is 10, right? So I know that I want to print from 1, that is my initial number, and my last number that I want to print is 10. So that's my last number. So I want from 1 to 10, that I got my initial, I've got my last number. So both are in, so in integer type, right? So iteration will be of integer types, number, how many number of times. So it is always be an integer type. So we'll define one variable inside the for loop. Let us say I want to define one variable I inside that, and it will start from 1 because my initial number is 1, right? I want to print 1 first, so my initial number is 1, so that I will print inside, then semicolon. Okay, semicolon. Then I, till when I want to print, I want to print till 10, so I will write a is less than equal to 10. Okay, so till 10 I want to print, so I will write I is less than equal to 10. Then I will, what I need to do, I want to print 1, then I want to print 2, then 3, then 4. What it is happening? Increasing. The number is increasing by 1, right? So for increasing, we have an operator, that is the post operator I will use, I plus plus. Okay. And for decreasing, we need to use I minus minus. Okay. So this is post. When you write variable, then the operator, then it is called post operator. When you write operator, then variable, then it will be pre-operator. So like plus plus I. is the pre one. Post is the I plus plus. Then it is going to be post one. Okay. So this way you have to write. So what will be the syntax over here? So syntax, uh, second, sorry. And okay. So for loop, data type, okay, data type or variable, anything you can say here. Inside that you can directly define the data type, variable name, okay, then value of the declaration of the variable, then condition till where it is going to be, like I is less than equal to 10, that is the condition I have applied. Then pre or post increment or decrement, that we need to mention over there, pre or post increment or decrement, that is need to be mentioned over there. Okay. So this way for loop works. So the simple line of code, simple things I want to print 1 to 10, I will do it in one line. Okay. So how I will do? So for that, I will create a variable. The similarly for loop I will use for, inside that integer type I is equal to 1, I is less than equal to 10, then I plus plus. Okay, that's it. This is the line of code, piece of code. Inside that, this for loop, inside that, inside the block, whatever you are writing, that is it is going to print. So what I want to print? I want to print the I value, right? I want to print the I value. So I is the variable I want to print. So I'll write that system.out.println I. That's it. Okay. So what it is going to do? How the compiler will work in background. See, first it will come to line number 16. It will see that this code, it is going to execute this code first. So first it is declared I equal to 1. Okay, fine. Then it will check the condition. It is satisfying the condition or not. If it is satisfying the condition, it means if it is true, then it will come inside the block. Okay. So next it will check 1 is less than equal to 10. True? Yes, it is true. Then it will come inside the block and execute the piece of code, whatever it is there inside the block. The piece of code inside it is print I value. Okay, whatever I is there, I value is there, it will print. So it will print one first. Once it is printed, then it will move back inside the for loop to execute the post and pre-decrement part. So next it will execute this part, I plus plus. What it is going to do, it will increase the I value to 1. So 1 from 1 to it will become 2 now. Now it is becoming 2. So now when it is 2, then again it will start from here. The condition it will check is I is less than equal to 10. So now 2 is less than equal to 10. True. Again, it will come inside the block. It will print the statement. So it will print 2 now. Once 2 is done, again, it will do post increment. Now the value of pi is 3. It will check 3 is less than equal to 10. True. Print that one. So like this, it will come, it will increase the value till 10. Okay. Now let us say the value is 10. Okay, I plus plus is happened and the value is 10. 10 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it's true. So it will print till 10. Once 10 is print, then it will again come to this part, I plus plus. When it does I plus plus, the value of I it becomes now 11. So when it is 11, when it comes to see the condition again, 11 is less than equal to 10, it is false. It is not true, right? It is false. When it is false, it will come out of from this loop and it will terminate your execution. Okay. Once the condition is false, then it will terminate your execution. Till then, it will execute your program. Got it? How this will work? For loop will work.
Yeah.
Okay. So now if I print this one, sorry, if I run this program, you will see 1 to 10 in my console. Okay. Can you see 1 to 10 here? Till 10 it is printing 1 2 3 10. Similarly, if you want n number of numbers, like I want 1,000 numbers, so it will print till 1,000 over there. So it's a one single piece of line logic where we can print 1,000 numbers in one piece code, one line of code. See, it is printing till 1,000. So before that, if you don't know for loop, you will write 1,000 lines of code to print system.out.println and the I value over there. But now Within this logic, you can do it in one line. Okay. So this way for loop is used. So number of iteration, to remove the number of iteration, you know the fixed number of iteration, like till 1,000 numbers I want it. So you can use for loop over there. So that is the use of for loop in Java. Okay. Next, now you know that this is the number of iteration I want. Okay, you know now that I want to print 10 numbers, I want to print 1,000 numbers. What if you don't know the condition? Okay, till when the repetition will be there? Sorry, you don't know the repetition. Means the iteration you don't know till where I want to print. You know the condition, but you don't know the repetition or iteration. How many till how much time it will? I want the output. So the iteration I want. So what you will do at that point? So there we need to use while loop. Okay. So while loop is used when you don't know the repetitions or iteration. So if you know the iteration, how many numbers of times you are going to do it, then you are going to use for loop. But when you don't know the iterations or repetitions, how many numbers times it is going to be, then you need to use while loop. So why in while loops, what happens? There you know only the condition. Okay. So there you will know only the condition part. So under while loop, what happens? So if you don't know the repetitions, so unknown repetitions, if you don't know the repetition part, so I can write that unknown repetitions, and you know only the condition. So that the condition will be checked before the body part. Condition check before body. Body in the sense before the block. This is called one body of for loop body is this one. So before this body, the condition is checked. If the condition is true, then whatever is there inside the block or body will execute. Okay. And what is the syntax for that one? Syntax is that while loop and condition. Okay. The condition you will write inside. This way while loop will work. Okay. So I'll before starting the while. Okay. I'll give the same example only 1 to 10. Let us say I want to print the same one 1 to 10 only I want to print. Okay. And I want to use while loop to print this while 1 to 10. Okay. So how I will do it? How I will achieve this? So while
I is
input,
lesser than 10, right?
yes, lesser than 10 or less
Lesser
than
than
11 also you can
11.
do.
Yeah,
So or less than equal to 10 I can do.
10.
Okay. Okay. So sorry, I is already defined, so we cannot define it again. So I'll take check. Integer type j is 1, j is less than 10. Okay. So I have created one another variable j which is equal to 1, and I have a condition j is less than equal to 10. If it is, then print system dot out dot println j value. Okay. So that's it. So what it will do now, let's see.
So we need to increment the value here.
Huh?
J value. J we need to increment.
Yes, sorry, I have not done that. Yes, what happened? 1 minute. Yes. Huh? Not now, not now. Go out. Hmm. So system.out.println j, then j plus plus. Okay. Sorry, from 1000. Okay, the previous one it is coming. File system.out.println j. Okay, sorry. Integer type j. Okay, what we did is we defined j value. Okay, so j value is 1. Then what we are going to do, we will add a condition while j is less than equal to 10. Inside that, when you leave outside the scope, it will not work. Inside the scope, it should be. So then system.out.println j. So it is going to print. So what it will do is first it will come 1. 1 is less than equal to 10. It's true. Yes. Then it will print j value, that is 1 it will print. Then it will do the increment. Now it is 2, so 2 is less than 10, true. Then it will print 2, then again it will do the increment. So if you run now, it will work. Okay, so here, this is the first output for the first one, and this is the second output. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 10. Okay, so the same thing, same uh, program we have written in two types. One is in for loop, one is while loop. Okay. I'll give a real-time example where we are going to use this while loop and real for loop. So before that real-time example, you should know about array concept. Once array concept is clear, then you can easily do this thing while and for loop over there. Okay. So we'll go to another program, or else it's going to be difficult. I'll create a array. Okay. So we'll know what is array. Okay. So what is exactly is a array is a? It's basically, if in a layman term, if I say, then it's basically a container. Okay, it's a container. What's the container does? It holds things, right? Inside the container, we can put anything and it will hold it, right? Similarly, in Java, it's a container which holds the object, okay? And it is having a fixed number of values of a single type. You cannot use multiple data types in one container here in array. It should be a single type, data type, and it should be a fixed number of values. Okay? So these are the two conditions for array. So array is nothing but a container. Array is a container that holds a fixed number of values of a single data type. Okay, so that's what array is all about. So in arrays, you can store multiple values in a single variable. Okay, so it's having like how, if let us say that it's having a fixed number of values. When I say, let us say it's holding a 10 number of 10 objects inside that. So how we will get to know like which one is one, which one is two, means the position. So position here we are defining using index. So using index, we are defining the position of the object over here. So always that index starts from 0. Remember this thing, always index starts from 0. The size is fixed once it is declared. Always remember this another point. The size is fixed. Means size is fixed means, let us say when I'm saying my array contains 10 objects, means the size of the or the length of the array is still 10 only. We cannot, once it is declared as 10, you cannot add another object inside that array. Okay, so that's what it is called array. So it's having the fixed one. Fine. So, so it can store primitive data types. What are the primitive data types? Like integer, character, double. So these are the different data types we can store inside this array. Fine. So I will show you how to write an array through syntax. Then you can get to know like how it is. So what I said, it can be of integer type, character type, or double type, right? So you have to write like this: integer type. First, you have to define the data type. Then the array symbol is this one. Okay, square one. So this is the array symbol. When I'm defining this open and close square, so it means you have created one integer type array. Okay, then you have to give the array name. Let us say my array name is number. Numbers is my array name. Is equal to, then you have to allocate space for this array inside your memory. So whenever we want to allocate space inside the memory, Java memory, that is a JVM, we use new keyword. Which keyword? New keyword. If you see that in our scanner class also we have used it, right? So this is the scanner class. There it is. Hmm. So we have used new keyword here as well, right? What we did, we create an object and we have to define, we have to give a space for this object. So that's why we have used this new keyword. So similarly, here also, what we are doing, we are creating an array. Okay, that is the array name is numbers, and we need to give a space inside our JVM for this array to store the data inside that. So that's why I'm using new keyword. And then again, you have to define the data type. That is the integer type. Okay, again within the square bracket, the size of your array. Let us say the size of my array is 5. It means how many values it will store? It will store 5 values only inside that. 5 integer numbers it can store. So once you have defined the size, you cannot change this size. Okay, that's the main thing of array. So you have to remember this thing that array is always a fixed number of values you can define, and the size is also fixed over here. Okay, this is the declaration plus allocation we have done for this in this array. So what we have done, we have created an array numbers and we have defined the size is 5 over here. Okay, this way we can do declaration and allocation. Okay, then to give the values, to give the store the values, what you have to do is with index you have to give like this integer type 0. What is there inside the 0? It should have like 10. So this way it will come. But another simple way, I will tell you another simple way to declare initialize both in one line only. So what is how you will do that? Integer type, you have defined the array and the array name is numbers equal to, okay, equal to, no need to give new and all these things, just give curly braces. Within the curly braces, you just start declaring the whatever values, initialize the values. So I want 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. These are the 5 I want. So it means the same only. Here in previous one, what you did created an array and you give the size over here. But here that way also worked fine, or else this way also work fine. The previous one, what you have to do, you have to again initialize the values for each index. You have to initialize. But here in the second syntax, what you are doing in a one line of code only, you are declaring a you created an array, that is a declaration part, then you initialize the value of that array as well. So when I have given the 5 numbers, it means it will take, JVM will take that, okay, the number array is having 5 size. The size of the array is 5. That's how it will take. Okay. So this is how we are defining array. So if you are defining a character type, then again you have to do character type. Then let us say the name of the character types are alpha. I'm giving alpha is the array name. Then inside that you have to give characters will be defined so initialized with single quote. So you need to give the single quote over here. Okay. So like this. So this way we need to do for character type. Double type, you know that decimal numbers it will take, right? So this way we are going to define the arrays. So I'll write a simple program over here. Okay, to work with an integer array, we'll see how we are writing this program. Before anything, we need to write a main method. Public static void main string type arguments. Okay. So first what I need to do, as I told you, I need to declare and initialize my array. So let us say I'm taking this array only, integer type numbers. Okay. Then I want to print all elements which are there here inside the array using loop. Okay, loop in the sense I will use for loop over here to print these elements. Okay, so how I will achieve this thing? So let's see how we will achieve this thing. So for that, I will use, as I told you, that array values, whatever values you have stored, it is defined using the index. So index 0, it starts from index 0. If the array is contains size is 5, the index is still 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So always the index is size minus 1. So if you let us say 1000 is the array size, then the index value will be 999, right? 0 to 999. So that's there you are getting here the initial and the end of the array, right? So here I know the initial value and the end of index. So for that, I know when I'm having the initial end of my um, program logic, then I can use for loop over there, right? So I know the how many times iteration I need here. So I'll use the for loop similarly, I equal to 0. 0 is my first index, right? So that's why I use 0. Then I, till where it will go? Till it will calculate the length. Okay. So to calculate the array length, no, let us say you, right now we have only 5. But let us say you are having 1,000 or 2,000 numbers of data inside one array, then you don't know the length of that array, right? Let us say you don't know only n number of is there. Then how you will use it? So how you will get the array length? So for that, what you need to do, we have an inbuilt method in array, that is array name dot. When I do dot, see this inbuilt method is coming, that is length. So this method, what it will do, it will give the length of the array. Okay. So numbers dot length, when I do array name dot length, it will give me array length. And as I told you that index is still length minus, that is the length means the size minus 1. So till there it will go. 0 to 4 it will go. Okay. Then what I need to do, I want to print all my values. That is 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, and 4 index. So it is post incrementing, right? So with variable, I will do post increment. Fine. Then inside that, I just need to print my array value. System dot out dot println. Okay. So let us say index position also I want to print. So I will do index position. Index position. Okay. Then concurrent with index position value. I'm printing. Then I need some space so that I can see it in clear in my output. Then I need my array value. What is there in index 1? How I will print? I cannot write only numbers. This is not a variable, right? This is a array. So for array, you need to write the array name within a square bracket, the index position. Okay. So array name and the index position. This way you can print it. Okay. So what it will do, first it will come to the 0. I value is 0. 0 is less than numbers length. Numbers length means array length is now is 5. 0 is less than 5, true. Then it comes here and it will print 0, index position 0. Sorry, array of numbers is the array, okay? Arrays of 0 means 0 position, what is there? 10. So here it will print 10. Then it will print 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. So if I run this program, what it is printing? Index position 0, value is 10. Index position 1, value is 20. Index position 2, value is 30. Then 40 and 50. Okay. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So similarly for character as well, right? So
Yeah, yeah. Similarly for character also, if you want to print character, same thing, you have to do it for it. You can try to later.
okay.
Yeah. So now, let us say I want to get the sum of the elements. Whatever in array elements are there, I want the sum of this. What I will do, I will do the additions, right? I need to add. So I need to add and I want to print it. So that's the task for you guys. Like, just write print sum of the all elements inside the array. Try once. If not, the next class I'll explain how we'll do it. Okay. So this is one thing. You can do it by yourself. Okay. Next, next we'll see the what I said that I will give you another example. Let us say uh, I need to calculate. Okay, I'll write a program over here. Mm, let's write a program which will take marks of 5 students. Okay. So which will take marks of 5 students, and then you need to calculate the average and print that average. take marks of 5 student, that you can take it inside the array, 5 numbers only you need. Then you have to calculate the average. Okay, the average of that one, then print it. Print all marks and the average. Okay, and average. This is another program. Okay, this is another program you can try. Then I'll give you another program. Okay, you try these two program first. Okay, then we can see that another program for it. Or do you want me to explain now? I can explain it like how we'll do this one. So I will give you a simple hint only. What you need to do is you just need to create this way only. You just need to create a marks here. We have given numbers array. You have to create a marks array over here. Okay. Then what you need a for loop to go to that mark index position. Okay. Once you go inside the marks index position, then what you need to do is you need to calculate the index position. You need to get the sum, right? Somehow we'll calculate zero index plus first index and get it the result in and store it in one variable. Then that variable value plus third index. Then again increment fourth index, fifth index. This way you need to do it. Okay. So do you want me to explain that or you will try it?
Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah, sure. So if you the more you try, you will get to know the logics and how to use it. Right. Everything if I explain, then it's going to be used to it. Hands-on experience also is required for these all Java
Yeah.
programs. Karthik, you're getting it right?
Yes, Rashmi. Yeah.
Okay, okay, fine. So, okay. So next, what we will see is I was explaining about for loop, right? For loop, while loop we have seen. Then, huh, so, okay. So So maybe you guys going to get confusion like for the sum. Let me tell you the logic of the sum or else. Okay. So print sum of all elements. What you need to do is here I'll use I can use for loop, I can use while loop, anything I can use over here to do this. Okay. So what you need to do is what I said is you need a third variable to store the addition of first two variables, right? Let us say I want to calculate a index 1 and index 2, then I want to store it in in third variable. So I'm taking a third variable as total and I'm declaring the value as 0. Okay? First I'm declaring the value as 0. Then I'm taking another value, integer type j is equal to, it starts from 0 because I need the index position first. Okay, so that's why it starts from 0. J is one variable. Then what I need to do, I will use a while loop over here. And inside that while loop, I will take j, that is the variable. If j is less than what, till where we need to go? Till the size length, right? So what is the numbers? Numbers dot, sorry, numbers dot length. Till here we need to go. Okay, numbers dot length till here we need to go. Then inside the while loop, what I need to do is I need to calculate. What I need to do, I need to calculate. So total and store it in this one, right? In this is my third variable where I need to store. The first two I will calculate and store. So what it will do, it will calculate total plus numbers, okay, and the position. So what basically it is doing is then I will increase the position. Okay. So now see here. What is the value of total here? 0. What is the value of index position 0 first? 10, right? 0 plus 10. How much? 10 only. So it will store in total 10. Then increment of index position. That is 1 now. Now again it will come inside this loop, line number 32. Now total value is 10. 10 plus index 1. Index 1 is how much? 20. So 10 plus 20 is how much? 30. Now the total value is 30. Then increment again. we do the increment. Once we do the increment, again it comes to the third position. So the total value is now 30. 30 plus again the third value. What is the third value? 30. So 30 plus 30 is 60. So the total is 60. Then 60 plus 40 is 100. 100 plus 50, 150. So like this you have to do sum. Okay, I gave you one thing, that is the sum. How you will do? You do the average one. Okay, this way you need to calculate the sum. You have to take a variable where you are going to store it. So when you are creating a variable, you need to define it as 0. So then you can add this sum logic to get the sum value and store it in the third variable. Okay, this way you need to do the, you can either use for loop, either use while loop, anything is fine. You can do it over here. Okay. Hmm. So try this one. I've given the sum logic, try this average logic. Then let's come to loop again, and we'll see one more program in loop to understand more about loop concept. Okay, in loop, we can do any structures as well. Okay, that's the, for freshers or for automation also in interview, they'll ask this simple exam, write a program to print a pyramid pattern. So you need to do the pyramid pattern by using for loop, you can do it. Okay, let us say how you'll do it. I'll show you. For loop, while loop is okay. From here we can start. So I want a pyramid pattern where I want 5 rows. Okay. So what I will do is I need a 5 rows of pyramid pattern. So I'll take the row value is 5. Okay. Then I'll have a loop over here. Okay. So here what I need to do is integer type. I'll take a variable r, which is 1. Then r is less than equal to row. Still 5 rows. I need to print this value, r value. Sorry. I want to print any pyramid structures, any icon, so values or what it is called, icon, no? This at the rate star, anything you can print over there. Okay. So then R plus plus, increase the value. Okay. So now, as I told you, in conditional statements, we can write any number of else if. That is called the nested if concept. When if, inside that we are writing another if, that is else if. Inside that again you are writing else if. So that is the nested concept. So we are doing the nested conditional statement. Similarly, in loop also we can do nested loop. Nested loop in the sense, one for loop, inside that you are writing another for loop. That is called nested loop. Okay. So here what I am doing, one loop, the first loop which I have created, that is for rows. Then I will do the second loop, that is for columns. Okay. So what I will do is for loop integer type C, I am writing C is equal to 1. C is less than equal to R. That is a row. Then C plus plus. The column value will also increase. So next inside the loop, okay, I just want to print system dot out dot print star. Okay. So print star. Then done. I need system dot out of that loop I came out. Then print ln nothing. I just, because I need a space, so I'm just writing like this. Okay. So I'll just show you the output, what it is. Then you can get to know like what is exactly how the structure it comes. Okay. This is the pyramid structure. Okay, what is the structure here? You can see that there are 5 rows and columns, right? And it's in a pyramid structure. In first row, it is only 1. Second row, 2 stars. Then third row, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. So how you get this structure over here? I'll explain here how you got this structure. So first thing is what we need. I need 5 rows pyramid. So that's why I have created this variable rows 5. Okay. Then this is for the outer loop. What it does is, for one variable is we have taken 1. Okay. R is 1 now. Then 1 is less than equal to 5. True, that is the rows. Then when it is true, then it comes inside the another loop. That is for column it is working. So in column also, C value is 1 and C value is less than equal to R. How much is R now? R is 1 only. So 1 is less than equal to 1. True? Yes, true. Then if it is true, then come inside and print. Print what? Star. So it printed star in the first line. Because I want, so how we will get the logic? You need to think like what logic we need. So in my first row, I want only one triangle, sorry, star, right? So that's why we have to put this logic less than equal to. Column should be less than equal to row. Okay. So it means if the first row is, this is a zeroth row, right? Zeroth row, sorry, one row. So first row, the value should be only one only. So the column value, row value is one, the column value is also one. So it is printing only one. The second one will be two, then third, three. So this way it will print. So now when it is printing, this print statement is done. This is for new line. It will create a new line. ln is for new line, right? So it will create a new line over here and it comes to the second one. Okay. Now in second one, what it will do, it will come here until and unless the second for loop is not false, it will go inside this loop only. Next, it is doing the increment part, C++. C++ means now the C value is 2 now. And then it will check the condition. 2 is less than equal to 1, false. If the condition is false, it is coming out of this loop and it is going to this one, the previous loop again. In the previous loop, then it will do R plus plus. That is, R value was 1, now it is 2. 2 is less than equal to 5. True. So it means now it is jumping to second row. In second row, again it will start from the beginning. Okay, beginning means the column value, C value will be again 1. Then 1 is less than equal to 2. True. Then print star. So the first star is printed. Then C plus plus. So C value is 2 now. 2 is less than equal to 2, true. Print another star, then C++. So it will be 3 now. 3 is less than equal to 2, false. Come out of this loop, print another new line. So that's why another new line is came. And again start the loop. So this is what it is called nested loop concept. Okay, whenever you need rows and columns, then you can use this as a nested loop concept. Or else where it is used whenever you are using two-dimensional array. Okay, what is two-dimensional array? Right now, what array you have seen, it is a single dimensional array where there is no rows, no columns. But we have another arrays concept that is called multi-dimensional array or two-dimensional array where we have rows and columns. When you have rows and columns, then you have to use nested loop concept over there. Okay. So maybe in next class, I will explain about rows, multi-dimensional array. Today it will be too much for you guys. Like first practice this many programs. We have done enough programs like for loop, while loop, pyramid program, then arrays program, right? So we'll complete these programs first to practice this. See, that's why I'm asking the beginning of the class that are you practicing or not? If you see, yesterday from the last class only you have skipped means again you have got this many of programs, it is pile up, right? So pile up is happening here. So you just need to practice this. Today's class is done, tomorrow again you have a session. So before that, if you get a time of 1 hour, just practice this thing. Okay.
Yeah, Rashmi, in the second loop, instead of c equal to 1, so c is lesser than r. If I put c is lesser or equal to 5, what happens instead of r?
Directly, instead of R, then
Yeah,
it will print four stars, no?
every row, right?
Every row it will print four stars.
Okay.
So that defines the row, in each row how many values or you want to print. So if you want a square type pattern, then you can do that. So the rows and columns both are same, then try that one.
Okay.
There are different types of patterns. If you go to Google or anywhere internet and type that need program for patterns, for loop program for patterns. So it will show you the different types patterns, and you can try these patterns programs. Okay. Why pattern programs are important? Because it will help you to enhance your logic. We need to put a logic over here for this for loop and first loop and second loop. You need to think like how I need to put the logic so that it will show me the pattern. So the more you practice these patterns, no, it will help you. So try it. Try these pattern programs. Okay. So that's about Java today. So we learn about for loop, we learn while, and then array. These are the three concepts we learn today in Java. Then we'll move to what Selenium part as well. Saved it. So in Selenium, what we have seen last class, this program we have seen, right? So where we have created a program and we downloaded Chrome driver for setting the property. We have used set property. Then WebDriver is the interface that I have explained. So in this interface, we have created an object, driver object. Then what we did, we have assigned the driver object to Chrome driver because we are using the Chrome driver concept, right? So that's why Chrome driver we are using. So that's why we have used it. Then what we did, we opened the google.com. So to open any URL, you need this get method, driver object dot get. Thing is happening with this mouse. One second. Let me reconnect again. So the get is used to get the URL, right? So this is used to get the URL. Then what you learn? What else? So that is the next is title. To get the page title, what you are using, get title method is used to get the page title. Then we use quit method to close the browser. Okay. So when you use only close method, it will close only single browser. When you are going to use quit method, it is going to use, if let us say in a browser you have multiple tabs open, then it will close all the tabs at a time when you are using quit method. So till here we have learned. So now in today's class, what we will see some more methods, WebDriver methods we will see. That is get current URL. We have not seen get current URL, right? So what is get current URL will do? It will give you the current page URL. Okay. So when I try do driver dot get current URL. Okay. Get URL and get current URL. So why these are the two things are there? Get means you are giving the value or URL value over here, and you are getting the you are navigating to that URL, right? When get current URL, it is giving you that URL, whatever URL inside that application you are into. So that URL you want to print, then you can use get URL. Okay. So I'll do the same thing. Sorry, I'll do the same. So just to see that get URL, what it is printing. So system.out page URL. So I want to print page URL. So page URL it will print, then plus, then here you do this. Okay, done. So what it is going to do, it will print the current URL. Print the current URL. To print the current URL, we are going to use get current URL methods. Okay. So this is one. Another is we'll learn maximize and minimizing the browser. Okay. So whenever you are opening any browser, so this is the browser I have opened. So this is the maximum minimize option. No, in manual we are doing this is minimizing the browser. Again, this is maximizing, minimizing, right? Right. So have you noticed that when you are running the code, it is in minimizing one. It's not maximizing one. When I run this code, if you see, it will open the browser, but it is not maximizing the browser. See, this is the length, sorry, the screen size, right? It happened. Okay.
Think we need to remove exit, right?
Page title Google. Oh, sorry. After quit, I'm using the code. So that's what it's saying, how you can use it. Mm. Okay. So before, I don't want to quit now. I just want to show you like what is the size of the window. Run it. See, this is the size of the window. I want to maximize this, right? I can't do my automation like this in this small window. So these are the basic things we do in our automation code. We need to go to the URL, then get that URL, then we have to maximize the window. Then if you want to print the title to verify that you are exactly in the same URL or not, whatever is required. So then we need to use this get title, get current URL. Okay. So now what we need to do is we want to maximize the window. So maximizing the window, when you need to maximize, once you go to that URL, then you need to maximize it. Okay. So I'll write the piece of code over here to maximize the window. Same, you will use the same object only, driver object. Then we have a concept of manage method. Manage method. What this manage method will do? See, we have so many methods inside this manage method again, the sub methods. I want to maximize my window. So window maximize, I will use window method here. Okay. So window I need to maximize. When I do again dot, it will show me what I want to do with this window. Full screen, get position, get size, maximize, minimize, set position, set size. These are the inbuilt methods for this window method again you have. So I want to maximize my window. So I will use this maximize method. See in Selenium, most of the methods are inbuilt. You just need to know like which method you need to call. Okay. So then it will work. So that's why I'm telling you, hands-on practice is required. The more you do the programs, you get to know like, okay, this method is inbuilt method is already there. I no need to worry and write the code here. That's why Selenium is widely used. Driver.manage.window.maximize. So what it will do, it will maximize the window. Okay, got it? So driver.manage.window.maximize, it will maximize the window. So let's see it is maximizing my window or not. See, now it is maximized the window. Okay, you got the maximized window because I have uncommented quit, so it will not quit it. Maximizes driver.get. Okay, where is my terminal? Did I get my console values or not? Hmm. Maximize the window. You got the page title, Google page URL. This is the URL you got. So you got both this. This is for get title. This is for get current URL. These are the two methods where you got the values. Okay. So this is how we do it. Okay. Now we came till here. Now we need to learn the most important thing of Selenium, that is locators. If you know how to find the locators, 90% of your Selenium work is done. So in interview also, they'll give you a site, they'll ask you find the locators for this web element. So that's the most important thing of locators, Selenium, that is the locator. So what is locator? Okay, now I'm into this window, sorry, browser, right? You can see so many web elements over here. This sign in, this icon, this URL. Okay, what I'm saying, this link. Then you have an image. Then you have a send key. Sorry, you have this search bar, right? So many things are there. So how Selenium will interact with this web elements? Selenium will interact because I want to. I if you want to search anything, I need to type it in this search bar, right? I need to type something in this search bar. So anything you want to do for this web browser, you need to interact with this web browser. So how we will do that? How we will achieve it? For that, we need to learn the locator. So if I do right click, so to find the locators, what you need to do is you need to do right click, inspect. Okay, shortcut of inspect is Fn plus F12. F12 key is used. Okay, if you are in your system, Fn F12 works with Fn. So Fn plus F12, if you do, inspect will come. When I do inspect, you can see this screen, okay, which is having elements, which shows you the complete web page elements, HTML elements, the code, background code of this one, HTML code you can see, right? So it starts when I do like this, that highlighting, no, blue color, it is highlighting. This is nothing but the code. So from this code, you need to find the locator. Okay, that's the biggest challenge. For slowly, when you do multiple times, you will get it. But for first time, it will take time. So be considered on it. So what you need to do, once you open this Fn plus 12, then here you just control F. When you do control F, you will get this search bar over here. And it says find by string, selector, or XPath. These all are locators. We need to find by this. Okay. Let us say I want to find the locator for this sign in button. Okay. For this sign in button, I need to find the locator. How I will find? First, I need to highlight this button. To highlight, we have one arrow over here. It says select an element in the page to inspect it. Okay, just left click over there. It will be blue color highlight is there. Right now, it became blue color. Then hover over any element which you want to highlight. Sorry, which you want the HTML element code. So see here, when I do Gmail, the piece of code in right side is changing. When I come to sign in, it is highlighting in where is the sign in code. When I come to search bar, it is highlighting me here in right side under element where the code is written. Right. So for this sign in, I want for sign in. So I will do left click again there. So the code will not go anywhere now. And where it is highlighting this position. Okay. So this is, so here also if you hover in your code, everything is showing there. Left side also it is highlighting. Right. So this is the sign in one. This is the button and this is the piece of code for this sign in. And here, if you know anything about HTML programs codes are written using the tags, right? Opening tag, closing tag. So here, if you can see, this is called tag. This arrow mark inside the arrow, left arrow, you have span. That is called tag. Opening of the span tag. This is the ending of the span tag. Similarly, if you see anywhere else, I'll show you. This is the div tag. Div is the opening. This is the ending of the div tag. Okay. Inside the tag, after tag, you will have attribute name. This is called attribute. Class is one attribute is equal to value. Every attribute will have a value. Okay. See here. Area hidden is the attribute is equal to the value is true. Style is one attribute is having a value overflow dot hidden semicolon positions biggest value it is having. I don't know how much it is. Okay, till here to here it is the value is there. So this way this HTML code is written. We no need to worry about this HTML code. We are not going to write this HTML code. We just need to find the locator from this HTML code. So to get that, you just need to know the concepts, how this HTML element works. So here it will have a tag, it will have an attribute, and it will have a value inside double quote. Okay, any piece of code. So from here, we need to find the locator. Okay, so there are many locators are there. I'll explain one by one. Okay. So locators. What is the locator? What is the use of locators? Locators are used to find the elements, web elements of the web page. Okay. So you asked me, Naveen, in the previous only, I have seen this find element method. So find element method is used to find the locators. Okay. So we'll learn today how to use this find element method to get the locators. Okay, so locators. So locators, any locators are different types. Okay, one is ID, another is name. Then we have text. Pro text also you can get the element. Pro class name also you can get the element. Okay, then pro CSS also you can get the element. Pro XPath also you can get the element. Okay. So these are the different things we are using. Okay. So what is the unique element which is not used throughout the HTML code? Unique locators. What are the unique locators? ID is the unique locator. If every not every, it is not compulsory, but if in your HTML element if you find ID, then use that one, because ID is the unique locator. None of the other element will have that same ID. So ID is unique for each and every element. Okay. Then again you have the unique, like unique one is name. Name is again the unique locator. If you have name, then use it. Okay. Then again the third unique is the class name. Class name is again the unique one. Okay, because it is a stable one. These three things, if the developer is writing the code, they will mention these are as a unique one. So for each element, if these three is not present for any web element, then go to CSS or XPath. Okay, then go to CSS or XPath. Then again we have so many things to find the locators. Through HTML link. Okay, through HTML link also we can find it. Partial HTML link, through partial class name, partial HTML link also we can find it. So these are the things are there in a we'll see one by one. So first we will see this thing: ID, name, class name. If these three are unique is there, then we have to use this, or else we need to use CSS or XPath locators. Okay, this way. So how we'll get this? So in Selenium we have a class called by. When I do by, I'll show you here. Speed of this, I'll show you in the Java. Okay, see, there is a class called by class. What it does, when I do by dot, you can see all the locators over here: by dot class name, by dot ID, by dot CSS selector, by dot name, link text, parcel link text, tag name, XPath. These are the locators you can use to interact with the web elements. Okay, any locators you can take to interact with the web element. Let us say I want to start with ID. So by dot ID. ID is my unique one. Okay. So now when you are using ID, when you will use ID, if you see the ID locator in your web element, then only you can use ID. Let's see. This is having ID? No, you cannot see ID over here. Let's see which one is having ID. Let's see this one. Is having ID over here? Can you see ID attribute over here anywhere? No, it's not having any ID attribute. It is having class attribute, right? It is having class attribute. Is it having name attribute? Yes. It is having name attribute also, but it is not having ID attribute. Okay. So wherever you find the ID attribute, there you can use this one. Name attribute, class attribute you can use, or else you can use this one. Okay.
So there
And
it is, ID is there, right? So we can use that.
oh, ID is there. Sorry. Thank you. ID is there. Yes, we can use it. This is the unique ID for this particular element. For this element, no, for this element, we have ID. So you can use it. How you can use it, I'll show you. Control F. First, you have to do Control F. Then you have to get the ID value. What is the ID value? Double click here. It will copy that. Then Control C and paste here inside that. And when you paste it here, and in right hand side, if you see one of one, it means it's the unique value. If it is showing many numbers, then one of 10, one of 15, then it is not unique, this value. But here it is showing one of one, means it is unique. And when I do enter, it is highlighting me to the search keyboard, right? Search bar. So it means this ID is used for this one, this search bar. So there you can do what? You can use this ID. How you will use it in code? Just copy this ID. First, you need to verify in this Control F is this search bar that it is pointing me there or not. Once it is pointing, then what you need to do? You go to your code. Here inside double quote, just paste this. Your work is done. Okay, inside double quote, paste this. By.id, then ID is pasted. So what I want to do with this ID? Okay, what is our objective now? Our objective is that when you come to this Google window, I will click on this one and I will type something over here. Selenium. I will type Selenium over here. Means what I am doing, I am sending values. Okay. First thing is I'm clicking, then I'm sending, then I'm entering. Then it comes to Selenium. Okay. So, okay. I'm into automated one now. So that's fine. So these things we are doing, right? Okay, we'll do this, automate this one, this website to see this. Okay. So first thing is we need to come to this one, this website. So I'll change my piece of code here. I'll come to this website. Okay. I'll get the title, I'll get the URL. Then what is my requirement is I want to find this username and paste something over here, username, then password. So enter Tom Smith for the username and the super secret password for the password. These two is already given. We need to paste this two over here. Send this to the click on login. This is our program we need to do. Okay. So I'll inspect this. Come here, click here, inspect the username. You can see it is having ID also, it is having name also. These are two unique locators it is having. Do Control F. What is the tag name over here? Input, right? This is the attribute one, type equal to text, name equal to text, username, ID equal to username. So we have ID. So directly you can take this username, copy it, come here, paste here, and see how many it is showing. It is showing me 4, means it's not unique. Huh? Let's see how many it is showing. Level is also there, T4. It's not unique. Let's take with username because here name is also there, ID is also there. We cannot take. It's not unique. See, here you have seen that it is unique, that ID value, but here you can see this ID value is not unique. If the ID value is not unique, you cannot take directly by dot ID. Okay, you cannot take directly by dot ID because it will pointing to some other places. First index, it is pointing me to username text. Second index, it is pointing me, okay. First, it is pointing me here, then somewhere else, then fourth is coming here. So there are so many indexes are there. We cannot do it like this. So if there are multiple is there, it is not unique, then you have to go with CSS or XPath. Okay. So what is CSS or XPath? CSS or XPath is the one you have to create a simple syntax. You have a syntax over here. You have to use that syntax and create the locator. Okay. To interact with the element. So for that, I'll tell you the syntax for XPath first. For XPath, what you need to do is first you have to give the tag name. What is the tag name here? Input, right? So here in your how to search here is I'll do control plus so you can see it correctly. Hmm. This one, right? Here. First, you have to use double slash. For expert, always remember, first you have to use double slash. Then tag name. What is the tag name? Input is the tag name, right? Input is the tag name. Then square bracket. Okay. Inside the square bracket, you have to use attribute name equal to value. What is the attribute name? What are the attribute is there? Type is there, name is there, ID is there. I'll take any one. I'll take ID. Okay. So attribute name is ID. Sorry. First you have to use at the rate ID. Okay. At the rate ID equal to at the rate attribute name equal to value within a double quote. What is the value? Username. Username is the value within a double quote. Then now if you see here, it is pointing me one of one. And where it is pointing me? To the exact one where I want. So this is the XPath for this username field. Okay. So for XPath, for XPath, there are so many syntax are there in XPath. Okay. The first syntax I'm telling you. Now what you need to do, double slash, tag name, square bracket, at the rate, attribute name, equal to, double quote, attribute value. This is one syntax. Attribute value, close the square bracket. Example, just now I have written double slash, tag name is input, at the rate, attribute name was ID, equal to, double quote, that username. Okay. So this is one way. Okay. Just now we have learned this way. So attribute, this is one. Okay. So what I will do, I'll copy this one, this XPath. I'll come to my program. Okay. This one we'll see later. So what is that? That is the XPath, right? So by dot XPath you have to give. XPath, again within a double quote, you have to give that XPath. So this XPath I have printed over here. Okay. Now Selenium is asking me what I will do with this XPath. There is an error is also there. So context section. What I need to do with XPath? I need to interact with that username, right? I need to interact with the username. I got the XPath, but I need to interact with that username field. So that is the web element. So to interact with the user web element, again I need to use driver. So what you have to do is driver dot. There is a method called find element. Okay, I will tell you the difference between element and elements later. First, we'll go one by one, single element first. So find element method. So which element it is going to find? I want to find username. So this piece of code, no, you have to write inside this find element method. Okay, inside this find element method, you have to write what it is doing. Oh, sorry. What it is doing, it will find the element username field. Okay, what it is doing, it is finding the element username field. Got it? Now driver dot find element, then the expression by dot xpath. Now you have find the element. What you will do with this element now? What is your objective? My objective is to send the value. What value I need to send? I need to send this value. Tom Smith value inside this username. This is my objective. So to send values to any field, we need to use send keys method, inbuilt method. Okay. So once you have given the expression, find element by dot xpath. Xpath is given, then you have to do dot. When you do dot, it will give me the inbuilt methods. What method I need? Send keys. So send keys method is used to send the values. Okay, inside that, whatever thing you want to send, right? You have to write inside that. I want to send Tom Smith. Okay, so it is sending Tom Smith to this particular element, username element. This is the one line of piece of code to send the value Tom Smith to username field. Okay, let's see it is sending it or not. Our program is correct or not. See, it opens that page, maximized, and it sends us the username. All are done. Any doubt till here? We just did a one step of test step. We just entered a username. Next, we need to enter the password. Then we need to click on login. Okay. Don't worry now if you feel like it's difficult or something. Nothing is difficult. You just need to practice it. You will get it used to it. Okay. It's very easy. Now our second step is we need to find the password field, right? Password field. Let's see, for password field, we need to send data to password field also, right? What is the data? This data we need to send. This data we need to send here inside this. Okay. So let's see the locator for the password now. Again, inspect, come here. Sorry. Inspect, come here. Why it became this mode? Oh, sorry. Hmm. Hmm. Inspect, come password. What's happening? This is having some issue. Not this page. What was that page?
A link is there in the program, I guess.
Hmm. Sorry. That is also closed. Yes, program variable window. Hmm. Okay, next, first you need to inspect. Okay, now you came here, drag it, Control F. Okay. This is the password one, right? So it is also having ID password. Let's see password is also unique or not. Control F and paste it. What it is showing? 5.
File. Yeah.
So it is also not the unique one. We need to make it unique now. So how to make it unique again? Okay. So
X
name is there, password is there, XPath will make. What is the tag here? Again, it is having input
input.
tag, right? Yeah, okay. It's having input tag. So similarly, same way only we'll do. Double slash, input tag, square bracket, at the rate, ID equal to, what is the value? Password. See, now it is 1 of 1. So you get the password also. This is the XPath for the password. Karthik, are you getting it?
Yes, Rashmi. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you have any doubt, let me know. Okay, so this
Sure,
is
sure.
the X path. Come here. What is our second step? Second step is by dot X path. Again, the X path, paste it. Okay, so again, we need to interact with this one. So I will use driver dot find element for this one also. So everything, every element, sorry, every element you are interacting, you have to use driver dot find element. Okay, driver dot find element is used to interact with any element. Then,
Rishma, I have one question.
huh,
So after copying that XPath, right? So there
hmm,
is a backslash is added for password, right?
yes, yes, that's the means the way it is taking the IntelliJ will take like that. Okay,
Okay.
so no worries about that. That's if it is removed, then it will not work. So by default, it is taking IntelliJ. It's taking like that.
Okay.
Okay, so driver dot find element by XPath dot, we need to do send keys, same send keys only we need to use here also, right? Send keys and the value. What is the value that we need to use it for here is this one, super secret password. Okay, this is the password we need to use over there. Password is used. Okay, so save your program. Let's run it and see that it's happening till there or not. See, Patil password, we got it, right? The next step is we need to click on this login button. So to click the login button, again you need the element locator, right? For each and every element interaction, you need the locator. So again, come here, and see what's there. For this is a button. What is the tag for this one? Button. Class is radius, type is submit. Okay, let's see. With the class, it is taking as a unique. Paste here and see. Yes, with class, it is taking. It's a unique one over here. So we can take the class name over here, right? We can take class name over here. So this is the unique one, radius. So come to your code again. Here, the third step is login. Okay. So here we have by dot class name. Okay, we have by dot class name. Within a double quote, print that class name. Okay, that's it. Here, because class name is unique, we no need to write this xmath and give the xpath codes and all. Directly, we can do like this. Then, similarly, we are interacting with it. We will take this driver dot find element for this as well. Dot, sorry, parenthesis. Then, what we are going to do with this? We need to click, right? Here, we are not sending any value. We need to click that button, right? So, what do you need to do? The parenthesis close. Dot click method is there. This is the inbuilt method, click method, nothing. That's it. Click. So what it will do, it will click that one. Save your program, run it again. I'll close this one. It maximizes the window. Enter the password, click logged in. Okay, you got done. Pop up. Okay, fine. So we are into this space, secure area. You logged into a secure area. So this is the one we have came till here. Okay, so we have successfully created one login scenario for one website, web application. We have added the username, we have added the password, we clicked on login, and that login window open. Okay, this is the piece of code for login. This way, in your project also, for each and every interaction with the elements, you will see this piece of codes. Okay, so this way you need to write your framework and you write the codes, create the methods for different pages, then create the test cases. Okay, so this is what we do. Next, any doubt till here? We'll do the driver.quit also over here. So it will close the browser also. Here we are not closing the browser, no. So we'll close this browser. It will open, close. Exit code 0 means your code work fine. Okay. So what we are going to do is now we'll create a framework for a simple project. I just explained you how to interact with it. Okay. So I'll give you one site. This is a very famous site for beginners who are using this site actually. Orange HRM. Maybe you have heard this site. It's a payroll site. Okay. So we have this site called Orange HRM. We'll automate this one. Okay, complete test cases, many test cases we will write for this. Password, username, everything is given. You just go to this site and in a notepad, don't do anything in a framework now. In a notepad, write down all the locators what you are finding for here. Okay, inspect this one. Click here. You will find locators for everything. This is the image, you have it. Image tag, you have create XPaths. First now only you just create XPath. So you should learn how to create XPath for each and every element. Okay, because unique items will be not there everywhere. So you need to create a XPath. XPath can be created by attribute name and value and tag. So just create XPath for each and every one. Okay, whatever you are seeing over here, create XPath. If you are done with this page, click on login. You'll come to this page. You just check here. Whatever you are seeing, which element you are seeing, just what my objective is, you should be hands-on on finding the XPath and locators for each and every elements. Okay, that's what you need to do. So wherever you are seeing elements, you just get the XPath, write it in a notepad, or else you write it in a framework like this. You do it first, use that URL, then maximize that page. Then use the driver.find element, by.xpath. And if it is clickable one, like the first page, if you go to the first page of this one, what you need to do, you just need to come to this URL. You just need to click on, you just need to put admin. That is 10 keys you need to use over here. Similar way that what we have done now. You need to put the password over here. Then click on login. So send keys method you will use, click method you will use. Then click on login and see that are you able to automate this screen or not. That's the another assignment for Selenium you need to do. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And also, like, can you go back to your notepad once?
Yeah.
Yeah, for XPath, right? So you have mentioned like tag name, at attribute name is there, right? So attribute name is always like ID name, text or class name, like that.
No, no. Attribute is like this one. Whatever you're seeing right here. Let me click here. Huh. So what is the tag name? Input is the tag name. Whatever you're seeing in red color, right? That is the attribute name. Whatever you're seeing in blue is the attribute value. So here you can see this is one attribute. Class is the attribute. Name is the attribute. Placeholder is attribute. Autofocus is again another attribute. Okay.
Okay.
This one is
Okay.
another attribute. And
Yeah,
this attribute is having
attribute
value.
attribute always will have values, right? Okay.
No, no,
Yeah.
not always. See here, this attribute is not having value. This one is not having value. You cannot use these attributes. Which is having
Oh,
value that you need to use. Okay. Attributes without value, maybe it is unique, not unique. Maybe it will be not stable. Developers will change the code again. So that's another challenge.
yeah.
Right. So you just
Okay.
need to check on that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's about today's class.